Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Shit News. I'm your host, Kimbutu Jaja. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. We have a story coming out. It's surprising me. This surprised me. Mr. Bill Cosby, Dr. Huxtable, Cosby Show. Mr. Cosby, oh, sorry. Man, Mr. Cosby. I was about to call him Mr. Huxtable. Either way, you know who I'm talking about. Mr. Cosby, at the age of 85 years old, is ready to go back on tour. Mr. Cosby, Bill Cosby, 85 years old, is ready to go back on tour to bring the funny, to bring the laughs. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this is too soon. I don't know. This might be too soon for Mr. Cosby. You know, he just got out of prison not too long ago for allegations of sexual assault, date rape, drugs, all kind of stuff. And now Mr. Cosby says he is now ready, has his mind is focused, he is ready to go back on tour this spring or summertime. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Do you think at 85, after all the things that Mr. Cosby been through, do you think he's ready to go back on tour? To bring the laughs? Now, I don't know. If he is ready, what do you think he's going to talk about on stage? What do you think his joke's going to be about? You think he's going to joke about, no. He wouldn't joke about these women, would he? No, not Bill Cosby. No, he would not do that. But I would be interested in knowing what it is that Mr. Cosby is going to tell us on stage at his comedy show. I'd be interested. Would he bring anything of it up? Would he bring it up? Would he bring it up on the stage? I don't know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the story. I am so interested about this. I am so excited. I'm actually excited about this. I can't wait to see Mr. Cosby if he does come out this spring or summertime to do some comedy, because comedy is dying. To me, it's dying. Mr. Cosby, please come back. Let's get into the story. Let's get into the story. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get into the story. Bill Cosby plans tour in 2023. Okay, there's a picture of Mr. Cosby right there. Bill Cosby is eyeing return to touring in 2023. The controversial comedian said as much during a surprise December 28th video interview on WGH Talk with host Scott Spears. Cosby answered yes when asked if 2023 is the year he finally might be able to tour again. Cosby, now 85, was convicted in Pennsylvania in April 2018 of a criminal sex assault charge. He was released in 2021 following nearly 3 years in prison after conviction was overturned by the state Supreme Court. When I came out to this, I feel that I was able to perform and be the Bill Cosby that my audience knows me to be, Cosby told Spears. Responding to Spears' question about whether 2023 might be a touring year, Cosby responded, yes. Yes, because there's so much fun to be had in the storytelling that I do. Years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I found it was better to say it after I write it. Okay, let's finish the story here. Cosby's rep, Andrew Wyatt, confirmed to Variety that the comedian is looking at spring or summer to start touring. Earlier this month, 5 women filed a new sexual assault lawsuit against NBC and Bill Cosby under a new New York state law that temporarily suspends the statute of limitations for older sexual assault claims. The women alleged that Cosby either raped them or forced them into sexual acts. 4 of the allegations date from the 1980s or 1990, when the actor was at the height of his fame as the star of The Cosby Show on NBC. The 5th allegation involves Central Ladd, a former Hollywood executive who has accused Cosby of raping her in 1969. Wyatt called the lawsuit frivolous and said the 5 women are part of the parade of accusers who had come forward between 2014 and 2016. And I think that's the story, ladies and gentlemen. That's in hold on. Say what? Say what? What? We have new news? We have new news. Yo, you should have new news. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we just have new news. Some new news on Mr. Cosby, okay? Let's go into the story, okay? Let's go into the story. Let's do this. So let's get to the story. Hold on, let's see. Hold on, what we got here? Okay. Woman sues Bill Cosby, alleging he drugged and raped her after luring her with promises of help with career. small role on The Cosby Show. This doesn't look good, Mr. Cosby. This doesn't look good. Yet another woman has come forward with accusations against Bill Cosby, alleging that he lured her to New York City and Chicago in 1986 with promises of fame and fortune, and offering her money, accommodations, even a role on an episode of The Cosby Show, before drugging and raping her. To add insult to injury, the woman's part was cut from the Cosby Show episode when it aired. Okay. In the complaint filed on Friday in New York, Stacey Pinkerton alleges she was approximately 21 years old and a flight attendant, model, and aspiring actress when she met Cosby in 1986. And he used his power, influence, and authority as producer of The Cosby Show to groom and sexually assault her. Okay. According to Pinkerton, Cosby promised he could help her career by introducing the people in New York and invited her to the city to be on an episode of The Cosby Show, telling her that he would arrange everything and put her in contact with people she should know to advance her career. The complaint spells out how Cosby allegedly appeared to fulfill those promises at first, handing the arrangements for her New York City trip, bringing her to the show's studio, arranging her accommodations, giving her money for incidentals, and arranging a business dinner to discuss her career. Pinkerton claims he offered to help her get into college to finish her education and that she gave him her headshots. The small role she filmed was for a season 2 episode, but when it aired, her part did not appear in the final edit. Pinkerton alleges the complaint repeatedly describes Cosby's actions as a pretense and how he manipulated her into believing that he was trying to help her career. Pinkerton alleges that the assault happened when he invited her on a second trip to come meet him in Chicago in 1986, again with promises to help her get modeling and acting gigs. She accuses Cosby of drugging her dinner without her knowledge or consent, forcing her into a car without telling her where she was being taken, and taking her to the Drake Hotel. There, Pinkerton alleges she tried to leave the hotel room, but Cosby prevented her from leaving, including by locking the door, and he engaged in forced sexual intercourse with her while she was incapable of consent by reason of being physically helpless. She escaped hours later, but Cosby was fast asleep. The complaint adds. In 1986, Pinkerton claims that she got a letter from a comedy club in Chicago notifying her that Cosby had arranged for a complimentary membership for her, and Cosby's assistant called her to say that he requested her attendance at his upcoming show. So she has receipts, right? This lady has receipts. So you got the letter from a comedy club in 1986 arranging for Cosby to invite you to this comedy club to see her perform. So you have receipts of this. Okay. Hopefully she has the receipt. Hope she does. Okay. She went to the show with the intention to confront Cosby about the assault. So Cosby is going to now invite you to a comedy show after he sexually assaulted you. Okay. So anyway, let's finish. Okay. So she went to the show with the intention to confront Cosby about the assault. Pinkerton alleges, but after the show, Cosby approached her and forcefully kissed her and touched her buttocks. Okay. Without her consent. And she started yelling and was moved from the theater by protection staff. Okay. So now look, we have more receipts. She was at the comedy show at this comedy theater, at this theater, okay? And she was yelling and screaming, and she was assisted out because of the scene that she was doing, okay? So there should be receipts from this. She was removed by production staff at the theater. So there should be receipts. There should be receipts of this happening, okay? That's what we need. We need receipts. We need receipts, okay? All right, let's get to the first story, okay? In addition to Cosby, the lawsuit also names as defendants Kaufman and Studios, Casey Werner Company, and NBC for their roles in Cosby's hit sitcom, alleging they facilitated, enabled, approved, and ratified Cosby's sexual assault of women by providing the facilities he allegedly used to access and sexually assault women, provided assistance and other staff who assisted Cosby in facilitating and covering up his sexual acts, and otherwise worked to conceal his assaults on women. Okay. The lawsuit also mentions there are more than 60 women who have accused Cosby of sexually assaulting them over decades, and his admission of in a deposition of a 2005 civil lawsuit that he used quaaludes on young women with whom he wanted to have sex, accusing the comedian of engaging in known modus operandi that was condoned and enabled by the show. Okay. So it says Cosby engaged in the same or similar pattern of conduct with victims, including expressing interest in advancing their careers, giving them roles in the Cosby Show, using the Cosby Show and its filming locations as a means to access, isolate, sexually harass, and sexually assault women, using drugs to incapacitate his victims, and forcibly engaging in sexual acts with them without their consent. Okay. Cosby was convicted of 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault in 2018 and sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. But the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the conviction, agreeing with defense counsel's arguments that his rights had been violated because the prosecutor reneged on a non-prosecution agreement related to the 2005 civil case. Okay. Pinkerton's complaint was brought under the New York Adult Survivors Act, ASA, a law that took effect in November and created a 1-year window for adult sexual abuse survivors to file civil claims against their alleged abusers and other responsible parties, like the Cosby Show-related companies here, even with the statute of limitations had already expired. The law was signed by New York Governor Kathy Hochul in May and mirrors a similar 2019 law that provided a new statute limitations for victims of child sexual abuse. Okay. The 7 counts of the complaint include a claim of sexual battery against Cosby and negligent hiring, negligent supervision, and negligent retention against Kaufman, Astoria, Casey Werner, and NBC. Pinkerton is seeking an unspecified amount of monetary damages and requests a trial by jury. Cosby vehemently, I'm sorry, hold on, give me a minute. Where am I at? Okay, yes, there we go. Cosby vehemently denied the allegations through a statement. His representative, Andrew Wyatt, provided to TMZ, which accused Pinkerton of joining Gloria Allred's entourage of alleged accusers for monetary gain. Okay, let's read this here. Unwilling to accept the actor and comedian Bill Cosby was vindicated by the PA Supreme Court almost a year and a half ago. Ms. Pinkerton has decided to join Ms. Allred's entourage of alleged accusers. As we have always stated, and now America can see, this isn't about justice for victims of alleged sexual abuse, sexual assault. It's all about money. We believe that the courts, as well as the court of public opinion, will follow the rules of law and relieve Mr. Cosby of these alleged accusations. Mr. Cosby continues to vehemently deny all allegations waged against him and looks forward to defending himself in court. Yes, I look. This lady here says she has receipts. She has receipts. Let's see the receipts. Okay. Representatives for Kaufman Astoria, Casey Werner, and NBC did not reply to multiple media outlets' requests for comment on Friday. Pinkerton is not the first to sue Cosby under the ASA's revised statute of limitations. 5 other women, including 2 actresses from The Cosby Show, sued earlier this month, alleging that the 85-year-old had committed various acts of assault on them, ranging from allegedly groping them without their consent to drugging and raping several of the female plaintiffs. Okay. Meanwhile, the disgraced comedian is reportedly plotting his return to the stage in 2023, saying during a radio interview that there's so much fun to be had in the storytelling that I do. Wyatt, Cosby's representative, confirmed to Variety he was looking at spring, summer to start touring again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is tragic. This is tragic. Mr. Cosby is trying to advance his career at the age of 85. These trials, I'm sure he had to pay some of these women off or pay them for damages or whatever. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. It is your right, it is your due to report these things happening to you, ladies. You cannot wait 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later to accuse a man of something, of this kind of act. You can't do this. Why? I just need to know why. Why? Now they claim there was there was some cases that were brought up in 2014, 2016, 2018, whatever. So you want to tell me all of a sudden now that Cosby is now touching and groping and sexually assaulting men? Why didn't he sexually assault Felicia Rashad? Felicia Rashad. If there was any woman in the Cosby Show that he was close with, really good, really intimate scenes on the Cosby Show, it should have been Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad said Bill Cosby treated her with the utmost respect. He was a gentleman at all times. He never came out of pocket. But these ladies here claiming Mr. Cosby promised them a career and acting and modeling, and he was buying them tickets to comedy shows, all type of stuff, and dinners. Okay, so if he invited you, he sent you a letter to attend a show with him, you should have receipts. You should have receipts. Okay, you should have receipts. There were no pictures taken? You didn't take no pictures with Mr. Cosby? Where the pictures? You didn't take pictures, Mr. Cosby? If I was a woman and I was dating and I was with a high profile actor, comedian like Mr. Cosby, I would want all kinds of pictures. Pictures. Where are the pictures with you and Mr. Cosby? You didn't take no pictures with them? Come on now. Come on, please. Don't give me this. Don't give me this. Well, I didn't feel like taking a picture with them. What? Come on now, please. Don't assault my intelligence. Please don't try to insult my intelligence. Okay? Don't try to assault Mr. Juju intelligence, okay? I'm better than this. This is real shit here. This is real shit news. This is real shit. You cannot insult my intelligence. I just want to know this. Why is it that every time you turn around, a black man, a white man, whatever kind of man, when he's about to make a come up, he gets accused of some sexual allegation? Anytime a brother, a black man, a white man, any type of man tries to make a come up, there's a female or females in the background talking about some craziness, some sexual assault. We just had the situation with Tank Davis, Javante Tank Davis, and his girl came out later and said she lied. She lied. But women are supposed to be the ones for the truth tellers. They're supposed to be the truth tellers, right? They're supposed to be the truth tellers, but Tank Davis's girlfriend, baby mama, whatever she is to him, she comes out later and says, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, I lied." You lied, chick. You lied. You know you could have fucked shit up, but you could have fucked up the money, the bag for Javante Tank Davis, and you want to come out and say you lied. You overreacted. You wasn't in harm's way, but you were the same one to put shit on his toothbrush. You're the same person to put shit on his mirror in his bathroom. You're the same person to trash his house while he's in jail. And you want to come out later and say, "Oh, I lied." We even got Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, get massages and massages. You don't get no footage of massages with the Deshaun Watson. No footage at all. No footage. These women just want to assault black men's intelligence. They want to assault Mr. Juju's intelligence. Once again, ladies, if you are sexually assaulted, drugged, whatever, raped, whatever happened to you by man or even woman, you must tell in a timely manner. Give the police something to investigate. These 30, 40, 50, 60 years later, you can't investigate this. So are we supposed to just believe you? Obviously, we can't believe you because Tank Davis' woman just said she lied. about her life being threatened. So we're supposed to believe you, all you women. We're supposed to believe you 40, 50, 60 years later. No. I don't believe we do real shit here. We don't fuck around with the fake shit, okay? We do real shit here. This is real shit news. Okay. Take that fake shit somewhere else. Take that shit to CNN. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning into Real Shit News. Please do me a favor, like, share, comment. Please do, please do. Please subscribe to the channel, EO Entertainment. I'm your host. I am your host, Kimbutu Jaja. Kumbudu Jaja, that's my name. And I will always come here to bring you the real shit at Real Shit News. Ladies and gentlemen, protect your children, your boys, protect your boys. Keep an eye on your husband. Make sure you keep an eye on your husbands, because there is a war against men, and it's getting bad. It's getting bad. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm your host, Kimbutu Jaja. Kimbutu Jaja, I'm your host, Kimbutu Jaja. Please, like, once again, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe to EO Entertainment. I'm Kimbutu Jaja, and I promise you to bring nothing to you but real shit news. I'm out of here. Thank you.